Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is your review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 4, Tropic Like It's Hot. Tropic Like It's Hot. I kind of like that. I like that title. This episode was very... I don't know. I'm over Giselle's childish antics. I just... When you take me back to high school, it's just very triggering because we're whole ass adults and she is a real full adult. Like, she can be a grandma. So it's really time to just stop. It's just time to stop. We'll get there. We'll get there. Everybody was getting on my nerves. Every damn body. Everybody but Stacey. Everybody but Stacey be on my nerves. I don't know what it is, but I feel like if Karen was around, this mean girl stuff would not fly. She would call it out. She would call it out every single time. We'll get there. Okay? She's being weird. I don't know what her attitude is, what this version of Kiana that we're getting, but I don't like it. And I think the consensus is we don't like it. We don't like this Kiana. I need to go back to friend of Kiana when she was a little bit more palatable, because she want to see. It's like, it's almost as if she's like being performative. You know, like, this might not be who she really is, and coming in hot it'll secure another season, and she might get her a seat next to Andy at the reunion. I'm not understanding why she's behaving like this. But anyway, they get to Preakness. It's time to bet on some horses. Giselle and Wendy, they sit and talk about Angel. Wendy says she don't know Angel. Giselle like, y'all went to college together. I don't know her. And granted, Wendy wouldn't know her. If Angel graduated in 09, which would mean she graduated high school in about 2003, something like that. Tim came out in 09. Tim is my husband, for those of y'all that don't know. He graduated college, was it 08 or 09? 08. Because I should have. Keyword should have. But we took our time. And what about it? We took our time. But if I had graduated on time, I would have come out myself in 2010 is when I should have graduated. 2010 or 2011? 2010. I finished in 2011. Walked in 2012. So it's, yeah, 2010. So she graduated high school in 05. Yeah, 05. Anyway, she wouldn't have known Wendy. If Wendy came out in 06, them folks, that's when I got to college. I graduated high school in 2006, got there in 2006. Of course, you know, we ran into 07. However, my freshman year was 06, 07, and Wendy was up out of there. Yeah, she wouldn't have known you. Maybe saw you around, maybe if she was paying attention, but I'm sure she wasn't paying the freshmen no mind. I mean, and why would she? She was headed out the door. I can't tell you who was in that freshman class when I was leaving. So I don't fault Wendy for you know, specifying, no, I don't know her. You know, and then we have to have this discussion about, did she graduate or not? Not Wendy, but Angel. Word on the curb is that she didn't finish. Oh, well. You know, maybe you know, I don't know what we were trying to, what point we was trying to make in even shining a light on that, but okay. Anyway, the ladies sit down to eat. Stacey has questions about Ashley's dating life. You know, are you single? You know, what's going on with that? She's single, but she's dating. Giselle, you got a boyfriend? She says no. Okay. Angel says she got somebody for Giselle. She got somebody in mind for Giselle. She want to hook her up. I wouldn't hook Giselle up with nobody I knew. Not a soul. Find your own man. Find your own man. Won't be come back to me like, who is this bitch you done Who's this lady you done set me up with? And won't nobody be saying that to me. I've set up one friend in my life, and you know what? I did the thing. Because my friends are married. My friends are married, and they gonna stay married, and we are happy. That was one of those instances where you hooked your friend up, and you did the thing. It was a good match. Cause sometimes it's not a good match. Sometimes you think your friend gonna like somebody or vice versa, and it doesn't work out. But for them, it worked out. They were highly compatible. And they're still married, like I said. Ashley, she got questions for Tia. They were out together, and she's actually heard that Tia called her rude or said something about her being rude or something like that. And she was like, oh yeah, you invited Giselle and I think Wendy or something. She invited Giselle somewhere, and Tia and them was in the room, and she didn't even think to extend them an invitation. So yeah, that's rude. It's absolutely rude. Do you have no, of course you don't. I be forgetting who Ashley mom is. Of course Sheila ain't taught her nothing about etiquette. What? No, she knows nothing about that. She don't know anything about what's proper and what's not, and what's rude and what's not. In her mind, she invited the people she wanted to invite. However, and that's fine. That it's fine that you don't invite everybody. What the problem is inviting people to something, and you got a group full of a room full of people there who don't get an invite. That's rude. That's rude. Send out your personal invitations as you see fit, but you damn sure shouldn't walk into a room full of people and be like, "Hey, I'm having a party. You're invited. You're invited. You're invited." Okay, bye. And it's 6 folks waiting on their invitation. Yeah, it's very, very rude. She said it was tongue-in-cheek. They want to know, what does that mean? The way Tia gathered Ashley in this moment, chef's kiss. Tia is way too much of a lady, too classy, too intellectual to ever spar with Ashley. She can't keep up. She can't and won't keep up. Ashley was sitting there looking so cheap. I don't know what you don't understand, Ashley. I don't know. I've said it. I've apologized more than once. I don't know what to say at this juncture. If you're still upset, then you're still upset, honey. I don't know what you don't get. What is it that you don't understand? Girl, it was rude. I said it. You were rude. Oh, yeah, and it was tongue-in-cheek. What does that mean? What is that? Tongue-in-cheek? Tacky? Classless? Tasteless? Uncouth? Whichever one you want to go with. They all mean the same thing. That was you. Big head ass. She got on my damn nerves. Sometimes I just be wanting to throw a football at it. She just got one of them faces that's just like, I want to punch you. Right here. Boom! Just like that. just catch her off guard. Or one of those. I can't stand Ashley. I'm going to have to go before the Lord about it. Because I shouldn't feel this way. I don't know her. I don't know nothing about her. Why don't I like her, though? What she's given me on television, the personality that she has given us, throw it in the trash. Throw it away. Jazzy comes in, and she was loud as hell. I was like, why is she so damn loud? I don't know. She's also performative. She was not like this when we met her. The personality she's given now and all just is this persona. I don't know. I don't know whether she is a lot more comfortable in the space because she's just friend of, and you know, she doesn't have to show us her. I think all of the girls, when they are given a shot to, you know, you don't have to give your real life, you don't have to give your real reality, you can just come in, stir the pot, be messy, have a good time. They love it. They really settle in that role. That's how Marlo was. Even though Marlo was vying for Peach, she wanted to be a full-time cast member. However, it's easier to be friend of. Way easier. I guess this is why she's being so, you know, boisterous. Ashley, she asked, you know, how's your man? How's your man and everything? And Kay, when she at the first sight of Jazzy, she had an attitude, rolling her eyes and all of that. Don't know what that's about, but somebody asked Angel about her husband and his position, and she said that he was a 10-year starter. Wendy, I don't know why. Excuse me, I feel like Wendy was being messy because she calls it out as shade. And I'm just like, maybe it's just a fact. Damn, like, why I gotta be, am I being shady, or are you just insecure about your husband's position on his team? And the fact that he wasn't a starter, he didn't play like that. I wouldn't give a damn. I wouldn't give a damn. Do the check clear the same? The check clear the same? Okay. Still an NFL check? Okay. You wouldn't be able to spray me with that. You just wouldn't. I wouldn't feel no type of, your man ain't even play. Okay, so what? And we still collected a coin. Still got the same coin. Well, maybe not the same coin as a starter, but you know. However, it's still an NFL check. And everybody's not getting one. So, say what you want to say. I didn't think of it as shade. They really gave Angela a hard time too in this episode. Ashley asked Kay if she and Jazzy are cool, because I guess they can feel the tension, whatever. They call her over because they were talking about it, and Kay was like, Jazzy, come on over here. Come on over here, girl. She got word from Wendy that, you know, she and Stacy have an issue with her. What's tea? Wendy, she wants to, first of all, because we here at this event and we got the first lady of, is she first lady of Maryland? Yeah, right? The lady that invited her is off to the side, does not want to be filmed, don't want no parts of this show. Thank you. So she's a blurred blob, but we see them go over there and greet her. And you know what? There have been other dignitaries on this show, or should I say on the franchise, on different ones. And that's not normally a problem. It's not normally an issue for them. Like, they're normally not like, oh no, I don't want to be seen with the likes of Housewives. I mean, we had Kamala Harris on here. So, although, you know, over there on Married to Medicine, they're supposed to be cream of the crop. They're supposed to be the more classier, highbrow of the bunch. And they ain't. That's what they're supposed to be. That's what Dr. Jackie like for y'all to think. However, that's not the case at all. But, you know, oh well. But she ain't want to be. She ain't want us to see her, and that's fine. We get back to it. Wendy reiterates her conversation with Jazzy over the phone. Jazzy's like, girl, you was just being messy. Because Wendy asked Jazzy about Kiarna, and she was kind of like, she kind of gave a response that might have had a little bit of something on it, might have a little something on, a little tone with it. And Wendy couldn't decipher whether or not that was shade or like what's going on with y'all. And so she called, was it Kiarna? Yeah, she called Kay, I guess, and was like, Kay, so I asked Jazzy about you, and she was being kind of, what's up with y'all? Y'all all right? You know, let Jazzy tell you, you know, Wendy was just being messy. And she says, I know you're going through a lot with Greg. And then she's like, no, you're going through a lot. And then she's like, you marrying a man that done had 2 kids on you. And Jazzy is like, she's in a rough spot. Jazzy was cracking me up because she was obviously not. She was, I'm just throwing shits out. I'm just throwing stuff out there. It just is what it is. Meanwhile, Kay is actually getting upset. Told that girl, she's in a rough spot. They separate them because it's chaos. It is very chaotic. We head into Nevis, including Jazzy. Jazzy got invited at the last minute, so she will be going on the trip as well. She has to fly economy though. I'm assuming, and I feel like, did they make her buy her own plane ticket, and that's why she in economy, or was it just? I hate when the braid do that. Can you see it? It's really bothering me. I can see my hair poking out of one of these braids. There it is. It's back here. Boom! Found it. How do I tuck it? How do I get it in there? Anyway, we say that we're also gonna celebrate Jazzy's this bachelorette situation. She's gonna have a bachelorette party. I don't even know why y'all threw that out there. This trip ain't for Jazzy. So why even go there? Anyway, this lady come out there and tell Angel that she can't bring her bags through customs. She got a camouflage bag. Now, see, this is news to me. Tell me you ain't going nowhere like that, and without telling me you don't be going nowhere like that. Because I was like, damn, they can't have the camouflage over there? Up here, and you let a YouTuber tell it. This is pertinent information we all should know. Sometimes people just get on my nerves with that. It's like, nobody knew that unless it was written. And yes, it was written out for her, but don't make it seem like this is public knowledge. Like, we should all know not to wear camouflage to St. Thomas. I'm making that up, but still. That's not something that you just come across knowing. That is definitely need to know. That's on a need to know kind of thing. Anyway, because I'm not going to give Angel a lot for not knowing that. Now, I'm going to give her a lot for not reading. Got to read your fine print. Got to read your notices. If production told you that this is what it was, then you should have been reading your notices. Got to read your notices. But so, note to self, you can't wear that. That is a big thing over in the Caribbean or, on these small islands that they don't allow the camouflage. Now, I really wanted somebody to explain why. There was never any explanation for it. I guess it just is what it is. I want to know why. Why can't I wear my camouflage bag? Why can't I wear my camo shorts, jorts, whatever? Why not? Because, sometimes camo can be a look. And you fucking around with my looks. I wouldn't wear that anyway. I wouldn't wear no camouflage to an island anyway. However, maybe if I got a bag, what's the problem? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna just Google it. Tia ends up giving her or letting her put the book bag in her bag because she has a big enough bag that is packed pretty light. And she's gonna be able to hide it in there. We're gonna head over to the Four Seasons by yacht. Giselle says that she and Jazzy, they had lunch, they caught up. That's her soror. And Wendy was looking like, oh, not soror. You give a fuck that I was your soror. Which is true. She did not care that Wendy was her soror. And now it's, I'm a soror. You treated that one terribly. That's your soror too. That it didn't matter at all when you met her though. Because the minute she told y'all that she had 4 degrees, oh, fuck this bitch. She's educated? Oh, no. Fuck her. Get her out of here. She told Jazzy that Kay and Angel didn't want Jazzy invited. And Angel kind of wanted Sharice to be there instead. She wanted her to invite Sharice instead. But Angel was like, I don't remember specifically saying don't invite Jazzy. But I did, I did advocate for Sharice because I like Sharice. Then we have this back and forth. Jazzy says, Wendy says something about Kay. It's again, high school. We sitting at the lunch table. This is the lunch table, and in high school. You said, and then she said, and then no, I didn't say, but she said, but then I heard that you said, and I heard that you. Help me, Father. Please. I can't with this he said, she said bullshit, this telephone game. I cannot. It's all so stupid. I don't even want to go through these notes because I'm not doing it. I'm not rehashing this shit. I can't, okay? Jazzy and Kay arguing, you know, who's fake, who's not fake. Wendy and Angel, they bumping heads because Angel feels like, you know, y'all want to misunderstand me like purposely. I feel like this is what we doing. We just gonna misunderstand Angel. They got issues with wait, no, we not there yet. Let me pace myself. Because when we bring up this he said, she said, Jazzy doesn't even clarify what was said. Girl, either you're gonna name names, say what it was, or next time don't say nothing at all. She didn't even clarify in the confessional. Production asking her and she just sipping her drink. Bitch, was it something or not? Did she say something or not? Now's the time. What? While the rest of the ladies enjoy the yacht, like I said, Kay is still mad. I'm the same way. It's hard to pull myself out of the attitude once I'm there. Especially being around a bunch of bitches. Like, I would be over it and ready to go. Me from around these hoes, please and thank you. So she gonna need a minute. While they done just, you know, flip the switch just like that. Because for them, it's all just for TV. They're not taking anything to heart. They're not really agitated. They're not really angry about anything. So that's how they can just go from to cheers, bitch, cheers. Cause they ain't taking none of this shit to heart, especially Giselle. She's like a pro at that. She can absolutely compartmentalize. They arrive at the Four Seasons. On the ride over, Giselle talking about I got to talk about this picture. We got to talk about this picture. I'm like, damn, it was a serious situation. It was a serious matter. Yes, it was a serious matter, I guess, because she needed to bring up that picture. She had to make sure we knew. As soon as we sit down, I'm bringing up that picture because it's serious. Shout out to the K's. That was one of their little. That was one of their little ones. The villa. We get to the villa. Villa is beautiful. I appreciate the fact that we have started assigning rooms instead of just, okay, ladies, pick your room, and they running and carrying on and fighting over rooms and stuff like they ain't been nowhere. Y'all supposed to be the wealthy. Please. Tia, she got the au pair suite. I feel like it was it Stacy or Wendy? I think it was Wendy that was like, just like Giselle, to give her the nanny suite was because she's British, so she has to go to the nanny suite. We trying to label her Nanny McPhee? What are we doing with giving her? But I mean, Tia's like her guest. Like, she brought Tia into the fold, and so, of course, Giselle and Ashley are together in a villa, and they gave Tia her own. It's really a house. It's really a whole little apartment. Really a whole little apartment. I wouldn't even be upset. Because she in there by herself and everything. I'd be like, yes, great. This is lovely. Everybody else sharing a space, not me. Okay, I love it. I love it here. Now we get to Stacy, Wendy, and Jazzy. Yeah, Stacy, Wendy, and Jazzy are going to be together. And we get over there to their space, and all the rooms, of course, have a note from Giselle, a cosmetic bag with their initial on it, and a robe with their name on it. Everybody except Stacy. Stacy has no name on her robe, No initial on her garment bag and nothing on her note. Not even, thank you for coming. I can't wait to get to know you better, Stacy. We might be in a rough spot, but I'm so glad you're here. Nothing kind, nothing nice. Just blank. That was the meanest shit I ever seen. I was so upset. I was so upset. And I shouldn't have been, because you know Stacy gonna let it roll off her bag. She ain't bothered. What Stacy should have did was just wrote her name on that shit and wore her damn robe all weekend long. All weekend long, I'm in the robe with my name written on it, bitch. I don't need you to embroider nothing. I got a pen. Anybody got a pen? I'll write my name on it. I'll write my own initial on it. Need that bitch to do shit for me. I might write my own note too, give myself a little affirmation. Fuck that hoe. With her mean ass. Because that was unnecessary. It was just unnecessarily mean. Her reason behind it, I don't know anything. I don't know you. What? You don't know half these hoes. But they got embroidered robes. What are we doing? And Wendy, girl, you got a good laugh. You got a good laugh. Your time is coming. Your time is coming. Just you wait, bitch. Because we got a whole season we're filming right now, right? I want to say cameras are up. Absolutely, cameras are up. Because we got to get in that ass. Which insurance fraud. Girl, you committing insurance fraud and you laughing at people? What? See, when it was you that Giselle was giving it to, it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. You was in your feelings. Now that it's somebody else, oh, you can find the humor in it. All right, Wendy. And she just flat out said it. Well, it's because it's not happening to me. So, wow. That's what we do? Angel and Kay, they have a side conversation. Angel isn't feeling the love either. She's just feeling like she's been ignored. The ladies aren't really being receptive. The ladies aren't being receptive to her being here. They're not very welcoming and open and warm and all of that. At least I feel like she's just talking about what's the lady name? Giselle and Wendy. Of course, we're gonna get dressed for dinner. Tia checks in on her kids, her son. He's going through. He hates his family and wants to be adopted because they making him clean up. Please get off my line, son. Get off my line with this. Anyway, Stacy, she checks in with Kay. You know, since Kay's been a bit standoffish. Kay, well, I'm good. She don't try to gaslight her. Girl, she says there's no issue, but it's just obvious that there is an issue. Angel, she explains how she's not a talker. I'm not a talker when I don't know people. So she says she opens up and has a vulnerable moment. Falls on deaf ears. They don't care. They just want to talk about her Photoshop pictures. I don't care about her vulnerable. All right, let me hurry up because this thing, storage was full. So I had, we had to go in here and you already know what it gives. Anyway, let's wrap it on up. Let's wrap it on up. This is like my third little clip. Now I'm going to have to just piece and splice and all of that. Where were we? Wendy. We was talking about Wendy. Wendy addressing her concerns. She feels like Angel tries to vilify her. You know, like everything that I say is a weapon. And I just don't understand why you got so much smoke for me, but people like Giselle can say the very same thing to you and you just have so much understanding. Oh, I get it. I understand. It's almost like Kay told her, you got to acquiesce to Giselle. Whatever you do, you have to make her like you. 'Cause why? What the fuck is she? Giselle. Here we go. She brings up the like I said, before that I was saying how Angel was explaining her personality type. You know, she's not standoffish. it may come off that way, but she's just quiet and reserved when meeting people or when she's around people she doesn't know or she's in an uncomfortable position. She's going to be quiet. She's not going to say much, not going to have much to say, not very talkative. She's pretty even keel. And that's fine. Her personality isn't big and loud. Cool. It's just like, leave her alone. Everybody ain't coming into the situation, you know, trying to prove themselves to you. Because I guess that's what she's used to. That's how Mia was. Mia came in doing that very same thing because, you know, she was a fan. Anyway, we get into Angel's pictures. I feel like I don't know you. I feel like you're catfishing me. I look at your pictures on Instagram and that's not who's sitting here. Now, Angel, we not finna lie and say you ain't face-tuning them pictures now. Let's not lie and pretend you're not doing it. And it's okay. It is perfectly fine if you want to do a little something to your photos. That's okay. Because just like you said, bitches at the table wanted to be, wanted to look like an Instagram filter forever. Wanted a permanent Instagram filter on their face. So they nipped and tucked and pulled and cut and did what they needed to do, Wendy. So that's okay. I would have told Giselle she should Photoshop her cankles. Photoshop those cankles next time. Huh? Worry about my Photoshop pictures. I'd be like, I do. And you want me to show you how you can Photoshop your cankles so that they don't look so cankly? Want me to show you how to do that? We can Photoshop the rolls on your neck too. Huh? Anyway. I'm done with these hoes. I'm just through talking about them. I really am. I didn't like it. It wasn't nice. It wasn't cool. Wendy ends up bringing up Stacy's robe, and this is when Giselle basically stands in it. Oh, I didn't give you one. You wasn't even supposed to get a card. Just so matter of fact, like, bitch, I wasn't thinking about your ass. Why am I here? Why did you invite me? Just to mistreat me? Girl, this is not gonna create an environment where you are gonna get to know me, because now, bitch, you're creating a hostile environment, and now I'm on that ass every chance I get, because now I don't like you. Now I don't know, you're not finna get to know me. You're finna get to know a side of me for sure, not the sides you're trying to get to know though. Stacey wanted to talk about Giselle's man, Sean Spriggs. Now, it fell kind of flat because Giselle stood in it again, just on some. Let me see the picture. Oh yeah, that's when we went on a date. I'm dating. I'm single. Not my man. It's just like missed opportunity, because she could have dug a little deeper. With the notion that Giselle loves to get all of the details. She just needs all your details. Her and Ashley. Okay, so give me all the details on this man, Sean Spriggs. Girl, where you meet him? Y'all fucking? You let him taste it? I would have been all in her business. You let him taste it? You let him hit? You sucked his dick? You sat on it? What's that like? He got kids? Your daughters met him? I'd have been all in her dating business since she's just dating. Okay, let's get into it. Who you dating? What do they do? What do they do? Yeah, I mean, since this is what we doing. Anyway, Ashley takes the moment. Oh, my friend told me, that you was trying to get with your own, because now it's who's dated an NFL player. Kay doesn't raise her hand. You're not gonna raise your hand, Kiana? You're not gonna raise your hand? No, she's not. Then what about you, Stacy? Stacy looking like, what NFL player I've been with? Well, my friend told me that you were trying to get with Chris Samuels. First, she didn't say his name. She just named the team. And then here we go, Wendy again with the. She aggravates me with this because it's all performative. It's all very, glad it's not me. Oh my God, it's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary, girl. What are you doing? Why are you being so loud about all of this? Because when we are questioning you, when we are questioning you in 2026. I don't want no mess at you. I don't want no mess at you. Don't try to run. Don't try to say you ain't coming back. Don't try to do none of that. Get your ass in here and explain why you was committing insurance fraud. Just the same way you needed an explanation from Karen. Until next time, because that's really where we end with this. And I ain't trying to take up too much more space in the phone. My takeaway is that these hoes better cut this mean girl shit before I just pull the plug on reviewing this show altogether. The folks halfway over, they halfway watching these reviews anyway. I ain't got to do it. Now, for every individual that watches my content, I really appreciate you. I really do. And I do it for you. I really do. I do it for you. There are moments where it's just like, damn, ain't but 4 people came to watch the review, but we got to press forward. That's how I felt about my my Ed Gein reviews. Y'all did not watch it. And that's fine. And that's all right. Because the audience will find it. The audience will find it. They'll find those videos and flood them. Please. Please. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.